Hello everyone, it's Robin here and welcome. I'm so happy to see you all today. So today we're diving into my reading journal because I'll be updating it for the books that I read in July, and one of them was Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. Oh my gosh. Loved this book. That's a spoiler, right? No, loved it. So I'm excited to talk about that. I have a couple of other books that I read on Audible. So yeah, I'm really excited to get this started. So this video is in collaboration with my friend Tracie over at Midwest Craft Chat. She'll be doing something with her reading journal today. I'm excited to see what that is. I'll put links down below so that you can check her out. But in the meantime, let's flip the camera down and see what I've been reading. So I have my reading journal here and I have the stickers that we'll be using. This is the July monthly stickers that we'll be using as our monthly recap. And I have some book icon stickers. I have the ebook icons, the book icons, the audiobook icons, as well as some review star stickers that we'll be using. These are all on my Etsy shop. I'll put a link down below in case you're interested in checking them out. But these are the stickers we're going to be using. I also have a bunch of pens here that I'll be using. I always love my journal because it gets fun. It's fun. You can color a bit. It's just fun. And I have some books up here in sticker form that we'll be putting in there, and I'll show you that as we get to it. I want to leaf down to my review section first and do this. So I read 3 books this month, and this is the section where I kind of put all the books. You can see I already put book icons here. And I read 3 books. I already started filling it out to save some time, and these are the stickers that we'll be putting in here. So I print these on sticker paper because I have sticker paper available. It makes it easy, but you can also print these if you want book covers in your journal or your planner. You can print them on paper or cardstock as well. I get the covers off of Amazon or Goodreads, and I just copy them, and I make them all the similar sizing in terms of I make the height. So I have a 2.5 inch that we'll use here. I have a 2 inch and a 1.5 inch, and you'll see how I use these in here. So the first book, as I mentioned in the beginning, was Abby Jimenez, Just for the Summer. It just came out, and I absolutely loved this book. So I'm going to take this off as we talk about it. So Abby Jimenez is becoming very quickly one of my favorite authors for romance, and I just love how she writes. I love the banter she puts in. Let me pull this page out real quick. It's a very real kind of banter. So that's, I think, why I love it so much. So I'm going to put this book cover right up here at the top and covering up that little bee up there. Cute, but we're going to cover him up. But there we have it. So I set these up too with very skinny washi, and I kind of just fit the colors with the book covers. So this book is about Justin and Emma, and I write 3 things about each book so that it helps me remember. And it's fake date to cancel their dating curse. So each of them have found they are cursed. Every time they break up, their exes go on to find their soulmate. So they found each other through a Reddit thread. And that's how this all started. They decide that maybe they should fake date because then once they break up with each other, then they will each find their own soulmate. So how do you think that's going to work, right? So this book is also filled with toxic moms, best friends. There's some family drama and guardianship of some siblings. So that adds not only a little comedy to the book, but it adds a little just more depth and more realism, I guess. And I really like that about it too. Let me go ahead and put these star ratings on here. So there's 5 stars here, and I will color them in to rate them. So that just adds that depth, and I really like it. And number 3, it's a summer. It takes place during the summer, so it's a fun summer fake fling, so to speak. There's a lake cottage. They're in Minnesota, and they end up at Lake, what is it? Minnetonka? Yes, and they're in a cottage, and, things just, take on their own life. And, it's fun. This whole fake dating to true love is always filled with miscommunication and all that good stuff. So that's what this book has. Okay, let's go ahead and fill this out. Let's see, they're made to put the pages down. Let's look in the back here. Emma, there are 405 pages. So I'm gonna take my Papermate Flare pen here and write this in. So there's 405 pages, and it's a romance. We love the romance. And I read this as a book. So I'm going to put this book icon right down here. Yes, and we are going to star this. How many stars did I give it? What do you think? How much did I love it? 5 stars. I loved it 5 stars. There we go. Put that piece in too. Okay. Yes, because it was just a really fun summer romance book. The banter, as I mentioned, my favorite part. Very real talk, and it's just kind of fun. Okay, you can see the next book. So I've been working on Christmas in July through July. If you saw my videos, you would have seen that. And I went on Audible and I was looking at books, and the next 2 books I have are actually Christmas books because I was kind of in that mood. And the first one here is The Night Before Christmas. And look at this cover. Isn't that gorgeous? This book is so beautiful. So this is also a good visual of how I do all my covers, size them the same in the height. So whatever width they are, that's what happens, because you know books are all different sizes. But I love, love, love this cover. And I picked this up off of Audible for 2 reasons. I was, perusing it, but number 1, it was narrated by Jeff Bridges, and I thought that's fun and interesting. And number 2, it was only $1.88. So win, 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 right? So this is the classic, The Nightmare Before Christmas by Clement C. Moore, and it's about Santa, right? It's about Santa. It's also about the guy in the bed who saw the whole thing, but it's about Santa. And Jeff Bridges narrates it, and I will tell you this, he is Santa Claus. The narration is amazing. It is amazing. I just loved listening to this book. But the illustrations are also beautiful. So I went on to Amazon and I looked at the book form of it, and I saw some of the illustrations, and they're so pretty, and I love this cover. I want to get this book in hardcover. And it is the perfect Christmas Eve book. Well, of course, because it's the night before Christmas, right? So yeah, it's a little short, little fun book. And it did my Christmas in July heart happy. So we have that going on. How many pages is this one? I have it written off to the side here. 48 pages. See? Not too bad. So we'll just put a nice 48 here. And I'm going to write classic underneath because it really is a classic. And I did listen to this on audiobook. And again, Jeff Bridges, amazing. So let's just fill this out with our 5 stars because we absolutely loved this. There we go. Yay! Okay, our next book is another Christmas book, and we've got it over here on the other side, and it's called Thejolliest Bunch, and this is by Danny Pellegrino. And he is a comedian, his podcast, things of that nature too. And this is a series of short stories. It's actually called Thejolliest Bunch, Unhinged Holiday Stories. And it's all about his family, which I'm here for that. I am here for that. I love all the family stories around the holidays. The drama, the fun, the craziness. I love it. So it's about Danny and his family. 29 short holiday stories. They're unhinged. And it's families plus holidays equal mayhem and fun. Yes, that's what I love about it. I love about all those stories. So there's some stories in here pre-2010 Black Friday, some Advent calendar fire, and a holiday ham hysteria. So those are just some of the story ideas. So when I first started reading this, let me find my stars. Here they are. When I first started reading this, I was going, okay, this is okay. This is okay. solid three. And then I started bebopping around the stories and reading them a little bit out of order. Some are about 15 minutes long, some are maybe 6 minutes long. There's a couple that are close to 20. So there's a lot of different length of stories, and I started listening to each one, and the more I listened to this, the more I started falling in love with this book and his family, and it just became not just some funny, crazy stories of holidays, but some heartwarming moments too. So I really did enjoy this book. I think it came out in October of last year. It's 256 pages. It can be listened to out of order easily because I did, and it was just fine. And it's a comedy, it's fiction, it's nonfiction. How do we list this? I don't know. Let me put down the Audible part. But I really enjoyed it. It was a fun little story read. There was some nostalgia in it for me. I really loved the Black Friday one because it was talking about pre-2010 Black Friday, when Black Friday was the thing and you waited in lines just to get that one thing. And I love Black Friday. I'm one of those crazy people that just like to be in the middle of it. There's like the thrill of the hunt and all of that good stuff that I like to go after. But it's just, the stories were fun. There was a lot of nostalgia to it and very heartwarming indeed. And again, it was Christmas because I was in the middle of Christmas in July on my channel. You can go back and look at those videos and you'll see. So I was like diving all in. Okay, so I have these done. I need to decide what I want for its category, but we're gonna go ahead and put her in here and move on. So let's move to the next section over, and this is where my trackers are, and these were my goals for the year. And here's my Goodreads goal. I have a 24 as my Goodreads goal. This is where I use these mild liner pens. So they're color coded down here. So my first one was a book, so I'm going to go ahead and color this in with this blue color. And this, at a glance, I can kind of see how I read the books. And then the next two were audible books, were audio books. So I'm going to go ahead and color these in with this fun hot pink color. And you know what? I'm good with having The Night Before Christmas as one of my books because, you know, I read it and it's a thing. So, and I want to have that cover in my book. So there we have it. So we're moving along. This is my monthly stats. Oh, I can go ahead and do this now. So I read, in July, books read. I read 3 books. And how many pages is that? Let me figure that out. Okay, that turned out to be 709 pages. And what I do with the books on Audible is I go on and I just see how many pages they are in the hardcover. And I just do it in that way. This is my bookshelves where I put all the books that I read. I like seeing all the covers together. And this is the one where I use these smaller book covers. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these off and put them on here. These are 1.5 inches tall. So let's put Just for the Summer there. The Night Before Christmas will go next to it. Yes, super cute. And The Jolliest Bunch will go right here. Excellent. I have a room for another one. Even if it was wide like this one, it will still fit. But there we have those books. Super fun. This is my reading genres page. So this is where I can figure out where I'm going to put that book. I'll probably put it in nonfiction because I didn't put a comedy category. So I'll probably put it up here. Let me go ahead and use my regular pen. Oh, I need another sticker here. Let me grab another one. Okay, so here are some sheets. These boxes are the Bookish Trio header boxes, which are the blues, and the Coffee Trio header boxes, which are the browns. So I'm going to go ahead and put one of these blue ones up here. I'll link these down below too. And I'm just stacking them like they're the sides of books. And I mean, we're just going to have to keep adding romance, right? But I did put it in a place where I probably could do that. So let's go ahead and write Just for the Summer here. And then we'll write The Jolliest Bunch under nonfiction. And for classic, I have classic here, we'll do Night Before Christmas. almost didn't fit, but I got it in there. And yeah, this is coming along too. This reading genres page gives me a really good view as to what genres I'm reading. So I haven't read any magical realism yet, which I love, but we're coming into fall, and that's usually when I gravitate towards these books. I have a fantasy down here too, so we might hit some of this as fall comes. I haven't read very many thrillers this year, and I don't have any mysteries down, which is surprising because I started picking some of these up, but I just wasn't feeling it, I guess. So, yeah, love historical fiction. You can see where I like to live, romance and historical fiction. Those are my favorites. This is my TBR 5. These are the 5 books I said I have to read this year. I still have The Wishing Game and The Nightingale. I'm really looking forward to The Nightingale, and I'm about getting ready in the mood for this, and I'm looking forward to this. I'm probably holding off because I feel like this would be a fun, maybe November-ish book or something. I don't know why I feel that way, but we'll see. Oh, and this is my DNF graveyard I made last month. So I DNF'd Darling Girls. It's not you, it's me. I just wasn't in the mood. Okay, so that section's done. So let's go ahead to the front section because I really love to fill this out. This is my bookish year. This is where I did my ratings. This is my 5 stars. I loved it. I couldn't put it down. This book consumed me. I'm obsessed. It's amazing. Yeah. 4, I really liked it, and I may have even loved it. 3, I liked it just fine. May have had some struggles, but overall liked the story, and so on. But this is where I put the recaps of my months, and I made it into kind of a Dutch door situation, and I am enjoying this. I read no book last month, but I did DNF a book, but I didn't put anything about that. So let's go ahead and take this off of here. And we'll fill this out. This is where I use this, and I will also use the rating stars. And we'll use these other covers. These are the 2-inch high covers. And what I do is I put them all on here, but I also made one cover, the 2.5 inches, because that will be my favorite book that I read. Do you think you know which my favorite is? You probably do. Let's go ahead and put this banner right there. Oh, I love this July set. It's so pretty. It just looks like a picnic. It's very summery. And we'll go ahead and put this right here at the bottom. Perfect. And then I use these 2 deco boxes to put down the books how many books I read and how many pages I turned. So let's just go ahead and I just kind of eyeball it like so. Excellent. And then I'm going to write in books and pages. And we know this because we just wrote them down. So I read 3 books and 709 pages. Okay. So let's go ahead and figure out how we want to put these books in. Santa book takes up a lot of room. So my favorite book was Just for the Summer. So I'm making it big, although Santa book looks like it's bigger. That's really funny. How do we want to do this? I mean, there's so many different ways to do this. Let's do it, I don't know, let's do it like that. So let's go ahead and peel these off and put them on. Okay. Wow, they do fit. They do fit. Let me go ahead and put these stars underneath because I do like to keep track of that even on here. So we'll put one here, and one under here. And let's fill them in. Okay, so as I'm filling that out, I realized, I don't even know, did I fill that out on the review page? Let's look. No, I didn't. 4 stars. It started as 3 and it moved quickly up to 4. So let's fill this out real quick and give it nonfiction. Okay. Back to this, because next I want to write a quote down right here. So let me grab that. There we have it. And the quote that I chose was said by Emma. Let me write Emma here. And it's in a world where you can choose anger or empathy, always choose empathy. And I really liked that. It resonated with me a lot because that is how we should live for sure. Empathy always is the better choice. So let's go ahead and put this in here. Yes. Okay, so it's making this page not look so bad. I wonder if I could put a book cover of the book I DNF'd, or just let it go, because this is it. So I read, the most I read in a month was 4. That's a lot, because that Barbara book was long, but I read that also through March. That's why I only read 1, because I was reading Barbara, such a long book. But I don't read too many books, but I think 3 and 2 and 1, I think is a lot too. It's enough. You know what? What you read is what you read. And it doesn't matter how many books you read. You can always play with a journal. So I'm loving this. I can't wait to get into the August one. Look, we have some more months to go and then we're done. Excellent. I have not got a book yet that I'm reading for August, but I'm looking at all my books and I'm really excited for sure. Let me know down below, what books are you reading right now? And did you read just for the summer? I would love to hear about that as well. Again, this is in collaboration with my friend Tracie over at Midwest Craft Chat. She's doing a reading journal too. She was also last week putting together a new reading journal, so I'm curious to see what she's going to do today. I'll put a link down below for her video. I hope to see you over there for sure. I'm going over there when I'm done with this. I'll also link the stickers that I used in here on my Etsy shop in case you're interested in looking at any of those. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you have a magical day and I will see you in my next video. Bye!